Oh, good morning, YouTube. It is now Friday, January 3rd, 9:49 in the a.m. I had my alarm set for 5:30. Heard my alarm when I woke up. I'm like, yeah, here we go. 6:22. What? Yeah, that alarm. Whatever. I've been here at the Lowe's. Not even a Lowe's, DC. It's an NFI. I've been here since 9:10. If I could have dropped off, got it empty, and got to getting, I could have been at my appointment about 10:15 or so, which was scheduled for 10 o'clock. Wouldn't have been a big deal. However, NFI, there's no empties here. So I'm waiting on an exception, and it's a live load, so I have to get a freaking empty from somewhere to get back to Mount Airy, which is an hour and 10-minute drive from here. I'm waiting on Schneider to tell me where to get it empty. I'm in the area that I don't know what the hell's around here. I don't know where to get it empty. I just need them to tell me where to go to get empty so I can move forward. I can't move. And I keep hitting this damn exception button. There's no empties at this location. Come on, people. Whatever. We'll see how this, we'll see how this pans out. Oh, I'm so aggravated. See, last night, I think I told you yesterday when I booked those. No, I think I did. I don't remember. Anyway, I booked loads. I scheduled myself pretty tight. Drive out this morning, be there at my 10 a.m. live load, take it to Macon, deliver in the morning, pick up in Atlanta. I did tell you this. And take it to Waxahachie, Texas. Pretty tight schedule. Got to pick up tomorrow afternoon, Saturday, and deliver before Sunday's over. But last night, after I recorded and all that before I went to bed, I saw a load going from Dallas to Marietta, Florida, Monday morning. I was like, okay, let me do that. I can do the 800 and whatever miles. No, 700 and some miles. I can get that done, have it dropped up before payroll to finish off with a decently strong week. Not a great week, but a decent week. So, but now I'm got all this stuff tight. I just left Chewy. Chewy's right there. There's a truck stop right at 7-Eleven right across the street from it. I stopped in here to use the restroom. Got some water. Got me a fresh Monster and a little order of cheese sticks here, just for lunch. So now we got 68 miles to get back up to Mount Airy for the live load. We'll be there about 1 o'clock. Appointment was at 10 a.m. So we'll see how that works. The worst part about this is that Schneider knows everything that's going on right now. They've yet to update my appointment time. They've yet to communicate with me since I last talked to them about the empty. Any communication at all about their appointment time. What am I going to expect when I get there? Are they aware? I have no news. So we're going to drive up there an hour away, another hour and 7 minutes from now, and we're going to find out whether or not this place is going to accept me or not. We'll see. 3 hours late, 2.5 hours of it because of a damn empty journey they put me on. Now, granted, it only took me one place, but like I said, it was 60 miles down. I got to go 60 miles back up. So the lack of communication with Schneider has always hurt me. So whatever. I got it empty. That's the biggest thing. Now, I was having a conversation the other day with a buddy of mine. I got three blanks on my dash, meaning that's where three gauges can go, right? I already know. I want to try to get what's it called, the right weight drive axle weigh system. I'd like to get a gauge in here to show my drive axle weight, but I'm curious of what the other two gauges should be. Let me know your opinion. What two gauges should be on the dash here besides the drive axle weight? I know when I was a company driver, it had front and rear drive axle temperature gauges, one for each. I don't know if I need those. Do I? Or maybe there's one gauge that censors both. I don't know. I know I do want the, I think it's called the right weight system. I do want the gauge for the drive weight. let me know what my drive axle weight is. But I also need recommendations for 2 other gauges that should be on my dash that you can't live without as a trucker. Now, in our system here, all we have is oil pressure. We don't have oil temperature. We got water temperature. Voltage is digital. So yeah, let me know. Let me know what gauges you would have. If you have the choice to have 3 gauges on your dash, I got my stereo, 3 blanks holes, 3 blanks, and then my temperature, my environmental controls. So let me know what gauges you would have there. But let's get on the road. We got to get back up to Mount Airy. We're here. It is right now. It's 1:24. We just got in the dock. We've been here. We got here right at like 1:05. Problem is, when you pull to this location, the name of the business that I was looking for says something hosiery, entrance around back. I went around back, nothing there. But there's a store back there. So I come back around the building, try to make a phone call. Can't get it. The number I have just goes right to a voicemail. I came back around the building and I started walking up to this door anyway. So of course I noticed that hosiery entrance around back, but I don't notice that red stop sign right beside of it saying drivers check in here. I'm a dipshit. Anyhow, they're cool with me being late and all that. It's not like it's a big ass factory, right? So, but I got a story for you. Pilot Mountain, North Carolina, right? Everybody knows Pilot Mountain. But the story about Pilot Mountain is Andy Griffith's show. My dad's favorite show when I was growing up. My dad, people said he even looked like Andy Griffith. But in Andy Griffith's show, of course they take place in Mayberry, but on the show they refer to it as Mount Pilot, right? Mount Pilot's like the capital or whatever. Anyway, the reason I'm asking is I had this friend. I don't want to say girlfriend because I'm not sure if we ever made that commitment. We hung out, we spent time together for, I don't know, a few weeks to a month or something. I was working at Ticketmaster. It was my early 20s. One of those tenures, I was in college, one of those tenures to where I couldn't drive a cab full time because I was in college. I had a part-time job, so I worked at Ticketmaster. Her name was Terry. Holy crap, how do I remember that? Anyway, the point of this story of Pilot Mountain is her mother, or her parents, had a bed and breakfast in Pilot Mountain, North Carolina, a B&B. This is before B&Bs were like super popular, right? So we went down there, we took a weekend, we went down there, and where her mother's, it's like a 3-story home, had like 8 bedrooms and shit. That's where I first experienced stuffed French toast in my life. Oh, so good. Oh, so good. Anyway, and each of the rooms in the house was named after the children or grandchildren, right, of the mother. So we stayed, of course, in Terry's room. I think it was a green theme. They each had a different theme, each named after one of the children. I'll call you back, James. Call you back, James. And anyway, the point is like when you're there in Pilot Mountain, apparently Andy Griffith is real or something because they have a whole town there. It's an exact layout of Mayberry. The old cop car, the old jail, the barbershop, the diner, all that crap. Right down the road is a big old the world's largest open granite quarry. And there's signs when you go over to Mayberry. There's signs where we drove past the real Andy Griffith's house. So I don't know who he was in life, but apparently Andy Griffith is a real thing, or maybe it's just an extension of the show for the lore. I don't know. But if you ever want to go see Mayberry, as close as you can get to Mayberry, go to Pilot Mountain, North Carolina, and you'll find Mayberry. I don't know if the bed and breakfast is still there, but I just know that was my one and only life experience at a weekend in Mayberry. Never saw Barney Fife. There once was a deputy whose name was Fife, who carried a gun and a knife. The gun was all dusty and the knife was all rusty because he never caught a crook in his life. Oh, how did I remember that? Holy shit. Don Knotts, he's a West Virginia boy. How did I remember that damn jingle? Wow. I don't remember the important shit in life, but I remember stupid shit like whatever. We're getting loaded. They're loading me. We got to get this load down to Macon. How far is Macon from here? According to this, Macon is 406 miles from this location right here. So let's put that in the GPS. We're going to a BPS distribution center. BPS, I don't know. Oh, Bass Pro Shop. 5100 Bass Pro Boulevard. Okay. 5100 Bass. Okay, you're not going to fill out? Okay. Pro Autofill Boulevard, Macon, Georgia. Okay. Judging by trucker path, it's going to be 396 miles, but we'll see what happens throughout all this good stuff. It's my thingamabobber, everything in here. So, truck route, TA 205581. Yes, I'll fill that stuff out when the time comes. Because the whole original plan was to drop this thing off in the morning because the window doesn't start until 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, the 4th. So this says 393 miles. Basically take 77 south all the way to Columbia. And then take 20. Take 20, we'll do that route. 398 miles, 6 hours, 50 minutes. Yeah, take 20, then you take 129 down till to Macon, and then boom, Bob's your uncle. All right, so that's the route we're going to go. 77 all the way to 20, and we'll stop somewhere around there and get this thing delivered early as possible because our next load is picking up at the Atlanta OC, 67 miles away. My sinuses, man. I've been sneezing and dripping. Sorry, my hanky. So I don't have any paper towels, so I'm using a rag or a terry cloth as my hanky. Yeah. So yeah, then that load goes to Waxahachie, Texas. Anyway, is he done already? Maybe, I don't know. Let's continue on. See what the next thing you'll see is the road vlog from here till I park. All right. We stopped at this. It's called the Exit 44 truck stop, right off of 20. Exit 44 in South Carolina. Just because I passed this thing, I've seen the sign, the billboard saying Exit 44 truck stop, Exit 44 truck. I've seen it a half a dozen times. So I was like, let me stop here. It's got a little diner here. And I haven't been into the store part. The diner part I went into. I went inside to have a sit down, conversate with other people, just bullshitting with other drivers and the waitress. And now my experience wasn't very good, food wise, because I said first I just ordered I was like, just give me a cheeseburger and some tots. And she started talking about. I said, what you want everything on? I said, yeah, everything but no ketchup. And then she said, oh man, I saw, because I was asking her how big the patty was, and I was trying to decide whether I should get a double cheeseburger or not. And she mentioned someone bought a double bacon cheeseburger a little bit earlier. She said it was like massive and huge and all that. I was like, okay, well, let's just do that. Make sure there's no ketchup on it. So after waiting 35 minutes or so, she's going around taking other orders, but she's also having conversations, which is entirely too long between customers when this time of evening is dinner time. Probably a dozen of us throughout the restaurant. Then there was this group of four over there, a family of four in the corner. She probably stood there 20 minutes just talking to them. So after I finally get my meal, after 40 minutes of me getting my meal, after setting the window up in the serving dinner for like 10 minutes, I get it, and it's too big for one. They didn't put it together correctly, right? So I had to disassemble it and pretty much rebuild it, but it had ketchup on it. You've heard me say before, I don't hate ketchup. I just prefer not to have it on the burger. So I can still eat it when it's on the burger, and I wasn't going to wait another 30 minutes for a fresh cook, so I was like, oh, fine, I ate it. But again, I disassembled it because it was so big. I took the second patty off. A single would have been plenty, but she couldn't answer my question, how big's the patty, right? So, it was overcooked. A burger should not be that dry and charred on the outside, unless it's off the grill. But it shouldn't be that dry to begin with. The charness is fine if it's on a grill. It wasn't inedible. I'm not one of those people who's going to send my shit back immediately and wait another 35 minutes for another one. So the tater tots were great though. So as I'm kind of in the middle of my meal, she goes, "Buzz, how's it going?" I looked at her, I was like, "You don't want to know that list." She wants to seriously tell me. I was like, well, okay. I'm honest. I'm not trying to hurt nobody's feelings, but here's overcooked burger. It's got ketchup on it, and you talk too much. I said, you just can't have conversations with everybody when you got everybody waiting. I said, you're a sweetheart. You're a very nice woman, but you just can't have conversations. That full-length conversations when you got a whole restaurant of people waiting on you, right? So she's like, yeah, I can see that. It's like, I know you're a sweet person. You're personable. I can tell you're a very personable person. It's just your nature. But you got to look around. So, and I wasn't being rude to her. I was like, I'm just honest. I'm going to tell you what. I managed restaurants before, so I'm not going to just knock somebody's asses out the water. And it wasn't my place to say anything anyway. Whatever. She asked me, so I told her. And one of the guys, he's a regular in there. He's like, yeah, I feel what you're saying, and this is recently taken over by somebody else. So maybe it'll make the back end of the house a little better if I ever come back through. So I went to go pay. She went, no, you're good. You said you didn't enjoy it? I was like, no, listen, that wasn't my intent. That was not my intent to get a free meal. I just want to speak out. Maybe somebody can address things, but I'm going to pay for my meal. It's like $18. So I gave her $25. She got like a $6 and change tip. She, like I said, she was a sweetheart. But she talked too much. So anyway, but the bathrooms here, yeah, you don't go. I went to the restroom to use the restroom, and I just had to tinkle. There's no way I would do a full squat in that place. And then I hear the store restroom is even worse. I'm like, oh, Lord have mercy. So, 44 truck stop, I-20, exit 44, South Carolina. Avoid it. I haven't been in the store yet, so we'll see. We shall see. But, yeah, so we're going to go ahead and call it a night here. And, come on now, get off of there. Oh, I already done that, right? Let me just double check. Okay, so you stay on that screen. Copy that. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and call it a night here. It's 7 o'clock. I got here at 6. I was inside for nearly an hour. And yeah, belly's full. I mean, that was a big sandwich. Too bad it wasn't just cooked right. But it's all right. That's gonna be it. Thanks very much for watching. Appreciate all the support, guys. And yeah, we're gonna pick up. We are 100 and we're 3 hours from our drop off in Macon, and then we're an hour from Atlanta. Then, and we got to knock out. We're gonna try to knock out about 400 miles from Atlanta tomorrow. 400 miles of that. 800. Come on. Come on. Come on. Whoa. What happened there? There we go. Yeah, from 817 miles from the Schneider OC in Atlanta to the Walgreens in Waxahachie, Texas. So we're gonna knock about 400 miles off that tomorrow, so we can finish up delivery on Sunday around 4:30, depending on according to this tracker. Anyway, all right, that's it. Sorry for jabbering. Thank you so much for all the support. I appreciate you guys. I love you. Just remember, when you lay down and close your eyes tonight, just remember, country loves you.